Well, the next episode of the Caleb Simmons Coaches Show. Coach, good to see you.
Good to see you, young man.
Big win last week. So tell some people, winning beating Lexington. We'll talk more about the game in a second. What does that ensure us in terms of future playoffs and that kind of thing?
Well, we're in the playoffs, and that game last week ensured that we were gonna host the first round of the playoffs.
Okay.
Now we've hosted playoff games here, but I think it's been a pretty good while since the first round was hosted here. So that's a pretty big deal. We're pretty proud of that.
2009, I think.
Yeah, so a good time ago, but the first round of the playoffs will be right out here at Malcolm Blake, and we got a little while before that happens, but when it does happen, it'll be right out there.
Let's talk a little bit about the Lexington game. They came in and had a good record.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good challenge. You guys wound up winning quite easily. Let's talk about success. What were some keys to success early on? You guys kind of set the tone. What were some good things that kind of went your guys' way to kind of lead? And pretty well done. I don't guess you guys were ever behind. If I remember correctly, right? What were some things that led you guys to kind of just dominate really from the first snap?
Well, I think that first drive was like maybe 15 plays, 15-play first drive, and then they got the ball. We kick off to them with like 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. So we eat up a lot of the clock in the first quarter. We kick it off, they run it back, and our offense goes back out there. And they kind of suffered from what we did against Cold Springs. We had like 8 plays in the first half against Cold Springs. I don't think Lexington had many more than that. But Chris scoring right before half, that was really big. And then we get the ball from them on their second play of the second half and go down and score. And those two sequences were really big for the game. You steal a possession and you hold the ball that long, it puts a lot of pressure on you.
It does. I like the way the kids responded after the kickoff return.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of thought, well, maybe we're in for a dogfight here. And they answered no to the negative.
Mm-hmm.
They went out and did what they do and did it well, and pretty well took control of the game from the get-go. Well, when it comes to some kids that played well, who are some of the kids as you guys watched film that really stood out last week? Really did the job well.
Well, they were in more of a stack, and we didn't really work a stack very much during the week. We expected them to be in more of a bear look, so we worked that during the week. But they came out in a stack. And the offensive line did a really good job kind of adjusting on the fly to their stack. And then, Landon, Chris, Kim, they ran the ball really hard. Landon and Chris, Landon's leading the wall win in in passing yards. Chris leading it in the receiving yards. And then we score 32 points. We're like 0 for 1 passing. So. Yeah. That was a really good sign that, if we have to put our hand on the ground and get in a fist fight, that we'll be okay. So, that was the big thing. The big takeaway for me is when we are going to run the ball, and we're going to run the ball, and we're still successful at it.
Sure. I thought the offensive defensive fronts played well. I know Landon, we talk about his offensive production. He played well defensively, I thought. I called his name a lot on Friday night. What kind of leadership does he bring to the table, playing essentially signal caller on both sides of the ball?
Well, Landon's got a lot. We talk about the coach's office. Landon's got a lot on him because he has to get everybody right on the offense, and he's the signal caller on defense too. Right. So he has to know what everybody on the field does at any point in time.
Yeah.
So that's a lot on a 17, 18-year-old kid. Sure. And he's handled it really well. I'm really proud of him.
Let's talk about the bye week a little bit off this Friday night. What are some things you guys have been working on this week? No opponent this week. Obviously getting ready for Tharptown as well. But what are some things you guys worked on this week in practice?
We're working on what we need to do to get better. Little steps here, little angles there that are going to be important on down the line. But these kids aren't dumb. They know that there's no game this week, but we have to prepare for us. We're not preparing for the here and now. We're preparing for 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks on down the road. So they've done a good job this week doing that.
Well, let's highlight a couple of other things. We usually do this in your second segment, but we won't have one this week on account of not having an opponent. Volleyball,
Mm-hmm.
area champs this week. Congratulations to Coach Horn and those girls accomplishing that, which means we'll be hosting the area tournament in a couple of weeks. Also band at the Pirate Classic.
Mm-hmm.
You came and watched
I
the
did.
kids. Man, it was hot.
It was.
And it's such a stadium. There's no forgiving place except for the one corner, you know. And the band got all ones.
They look like I was really impressed. I don't get to hear them much except for the fight song and some stuff pregame, but
Sure.
to actually get to hear them, out there on the field, they sounded really, really
They
good.
did well. They got second place to Briarwood Christian,
Yep.
who was in our division this time. But Mr. Watts had them well prepared, and the kids performed well. In the middle of the day, man, like I said, it was blazing hot, and we really appreciate their efforts as well and the things that they are accomplishing. They've got a competition in 2 weeks at Dora High School, and good luck to them. Well, Coach, good luck next week. Of course, we won't have a show next week on account of being an off week. Looking forward to watching you guys at Tharptown.
At Tharptown, it'll be our last road game, and we'll have Decatur Heritage here for senior night, Faultville here is homecoming, and then first round of playoffs.
That's great. So we've got some big home games coming up. Looking forward to watching you guys play. Bradley's got some highlights of last week's big region win against the Lexington Golden Bears. You can enjoy those at this time. Coach, good to see you, and look forward to seeing you on the next program.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Go Jackets.
you this week is senior offensive and defensive lineman Aiden Fox. Aiden, good to see you. Glad to have you back on the program. You were on with Rock a few weeks ago. And so is it first year playing football?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what's it been like? Has it been what you expected or kind of?
It's been more than what I expected.
Yeah.
I worked a lot. Had a lot of friendships here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a lot of work in the summer.
It is a lot of
More
work.
than what
That's
I
right.
expected in the summer.
Well, but you
It
adjusted.
pays off.
It does pay off. You guys are 7-0,
Yeah.
ranked number 7 in Class 2A, and you has paid off. You're playing well on both sides of the ball. So getting to play both sides, which one do you prefer?
Defense.
Why defense?
You get to hurt people.
You get to hurt people. No penalties though, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to roll. That's what somebody told me. Penalties equals rolling. I think that was Brock last week, right?
Yeah.
Said it wasn't worth it. So, but in all seriousness, you're playing well. I call your name a lot on home Friday nights. So you like defense because it's just the aggression, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So let's talk about your senior year, right? Is everything going like you want it to? Yeah, it's good.
It's a good season to come in on.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. So let's talk about I know you've probably been asked 1,000 times at this point. What are your plans after you graduate in May?
I have a few ideas.
You have
nothing for sure.
Nothing for sure yet. Okay, well that's good. Well, you going to play basketball and baseball again this year?
Yes, sir.
Looking forward to that. Don't want to look too far ahead, but Coach Parker will be ready for you.
Yeah, it's coming soon.
It'll be coming soon. It'll go by just like that. So you'll look up and it'll be gone. So let's do one non-football question. So if you're just kind of hanging out and you can go on a Saturday, maybe not even like this one, you go do whatever you want. What do you like to do? Just kind of chill and hang out.
Probably watch some football.
Probably watch some football.
Yeah, maybe go hunting.
Maybe go hunting. It is bow season. Are you a bow hunter?
I am.
Have you gotten deer yet?
Got to go yet.
Yeah, got to go yet. Somebody told me about just last week in our town. Somebody killed 17 one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Saw a picture of it. It's a beautiful deer. So, well, maybe you'll get you one. But gun season will be here before we know it.
Yeah.
Well, Aiden, it's good to see you, man. Thanks for coming on the program, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thanks, sir.
Welcome back, everybody, to this week's episode of Yep and Jaeger. This week we have Nicholas Moody. How are you doing today?
Good.
All right, so last year you were a starting lineman and O lineman and defensive lineman for the Western County Yellow Jackets, and now you're a lineman coach for the JV team. And what was the transition like from being a football player to a coach?
What's a big transition? I still love and miss playing on Friday nights, but coaching the junior high helps me still be around it. So
Yeah.
it's still.
Well, I just want you to know we run the same plays this year as y'all did last year, but yeah, we're 7-0, and y'all only won 5 games last year. So why do you think that is?
Well, y'all executed a little bit better than we did. I'm not going to diss y'all's team or anything like that. Happy for y'all deserve it.
Sir. Well, first of all, I just think if y'all had blocked better, then, especially you, because I mean, you didn't put out that much.
No.
But you can blame it on the knee all you want to. Either way,
I had a hurt knee.
it was not hurt. But who's your favorite country music artist?
Keith Whitley.
100% agree. Why is he your favorite?
Song soothes the soul.
Does it? What's your favorite song?
Till a tear becomes a rose.
Love it, love it, love it. And you want to talk about your JV season so far?
Well, we're 5-2, fixing to play Tharptown Tuesday to become 6-2 if we win. Hopefully, we got a good game plan against them. Hopefully, we execute.
Sir, well, it's nice having you out here. Thank you. Come back next week for another episode of Yep and Jaeger.
Go, 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 go! Go up, run it up, go forward. There we go. Good job. Go. Keep going.